This video will be about how to set up your Simucube direct drive force feedback wheel for rFactor 2. Well, for a start, the feedback in-game is reversed, so it is the opposite, so it feels really weird. To fix this, you need to go to your Steam folder where the game is located. You go to Steam Apps, Common, rFactor 2, then you go to User Data and Player. There you have your controller.json. You open this with Notepad, and here you can find a value. Let's scroll down. Steering effect strength. By default it's on 10,000. You want to make it minus 10,000 so it goes in the correct way with your direct drive wheel. There's another thing you definitely want to change in rFactor so you don't get any hiccups in your force feedback. In my experience it felt better when I changed it anyway. Some people have problems with CPU usage, so here's a hidden setting which is a known problem. It's also in the main folder with the known issues .the text file. So use thread, put it to true, so you have a separate thread for the physics and feedback. After you've done these changes, you go to File, you press Save. I will also make this JSON file available in a link in the YouTube video, so you can get all the settings. There's also some curb effects, rumble strip you want to lower, but I'll put it up so you can see what you can change. And now I'll show you what settings you want to use in-game. When you are in-game, you want to check the steering wheel range. In this car it's 450 degrees. You want to put that in the Simucube configuration tool, also at 450. You need to check it at every car because it can be different. If it is, the steering won't be 1-to-1, so you'll have a weird feeling. So you always have to check that. I would advise to get the maximum overall strength. I use about 10 amps, which is plenty for any game. I still changed it down a bit to 0.4 in game, which is plenty of strength for me for driving in game. As a Archon filter, you want to use 1, since the game is 400 Hz force feedback, which is pretty smooth signal with the smoothing. Some people say to put the FFB smoothing on 0, but that's way too low. I would recommend 10. If you put it on 0, you get really harsh force feedback artifacts. For the torque bandwidth limit, I use unlimited since the latest beta Ioni firmware. Here you can see the version. If you don't have it yet, I would advise to use 680 so you won't have any noise and crosstalk in the motor. I also would advise not to use any damper, friction or inertia. I don't use it in any game. I don't like it at all. If you really want to use it, do that, but I don't like it. And when you run the game like this, the cars and the driving should be pretty good. I hope you like these settings and you try them out. Good luck with rFactor 2.